just took my first client as a student with school, and it went great. Like, I was really nervous. I was excited the day before, but she hadn't filled out her intake form, so I didn't know what to expect. She's, young, middle-aged, elderly, what her skin is, dry, sensitive, if she has contraindications, like issues, like no information whatsoever. So I'm like, how am I supposed to prepare the day before and get prepared, think about the products that she could use, the benefits of this product, and all this stuff. So the night before I left school, went home and checked again. She still hadn't filled out her form, and checked again this morning, and she still hadn't filled out her form. And I'm like, which protocol am I going to have to do for dry skin, sensitive skin? Does she have acne? Like, who is it? All I knew was a name. So anyway, I go set up for what I can do, the basic things that you'll need, and as I'm sitting there, they let me know that my client has come, and I'm like, it's showtime. Like, I'm so stoked. At the same time, like, I don't want to mess up, not that I'm a perfectionist or anything like that, because I'm not, but I want to be as if I've been in the game already for like a year or something. I know it's not realistic, especially since I'm still a student, but and so I know I can be a little hard on myself, but I'm working on that. So anyway, she gets there, and I go greet her, and I can feel myself a little, a little nervous and everything, but I had her, I did everything like I was supposed to do. We walked up the stairs to the second floor. It's only a few steps really, and just talking to her, looking at her skin, and had her fill out her form, and just started asking a couple of questions. What do you think your skin type is? Are you having any issues? Just some of the basic questions to ask. And yeah, it went really good. So got her back there, got her on a table, went to go disperse the products on my palette, and it was a 90-minute customizable facial. So it was great. I've never done a 90-minute before. I've only done the 60 minutes, and so that was different also. But at the end of the day, it went great. And the question was asked, how do you think you did? I said, I got a amount of tip. I got a $20 tip. So I think I must have did pretty good. So that was great, because I definitely wasn't expecting a tip either. But it was great. So my first client, y'all, so super stoked. So every Saturday moving on from here, and every Saturday following through graduation, we're going to be taking clients. It may be facials, 90-minute, it may be 60-minute, it may be eyebrow wax, it may be a facial wax. We may have more than one client in a day. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully in the future, it would be great if they fill out the intake form so I can kind of prepare mentally. But this was a good experience, because it is a real life experience, because you will have people that don't fill out the forms, don't fill out the intake form. So you just gotta be prepared and ready to go. So it was a good experience to have it this way, and I'm okay with it being my first experience. Again, just makes it more realistic and everything. So even dispersing the products, that was a first too. Having to disperse the products ourselves, because usually the educator will put the items on our palettes for us, what we need for their skin. So that was different. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, where's the clay mask? Where's the clay mask? It was in my face. But overall, it was great. I'm super excited to be on this path, because this is something I've been wanting to do for like over 20 years, y'all. Okay, So when you say it's never too late, or you can't teach an old dog new tricks, that little saying right there, age is just a number. If you have a passion or a desire, I say go for it. You know, and I believe God will make a way if that's what your passion is, and you know that it is, and this is something that He wants you to do as well. He's gonna make a way for you, and He definitely did for me. Ooh, wait. So I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do all this, but He made a way. I don't have no scholarships or anything like that, but I'm definitely grateful.
Unless you want to turn around and do ice cream.
So, did you hear my GPS? She's special, y'all. You might hear her again. But the school is not cheap, but I am learning, and it is a requirement, and I'm glad that my good friend Cindy has recommended me to go there and believed in me. And I have my family that was 100% behind me when it comes to this passion of mine. You know, I'm stoked to have that support, and my man as well. He's supporting me, encouraging me, coming up with ideas for me. And I gave him my idea yesterday, and I'm thinking my idea is like, oh, this is great. But when he came up with one even better, like his idea was like huge, and I'm like, oh, kind of scary, you know, but definitely doable. You know, I always think it's small change. You think it's dollar bills. But yeah, so it's good to have people like that in your corner to support you and have advice, has ideas, and want to genuinely see you succeed. So if you don't have those people, definitely find those people. Everybody needs people like that in the corner. If you don't have one, let me know. I'll help cheer you on. You know, because, you know, in every business, it doesn't matter what business you're in, I would say that it's not overly saturated. Even though there's tons of estheticians out there, there's still more of us that's needed. And besides that, there's people that's going to support you just because they love you. You know what I mean? But so I'm excited. So I was doing makeovers, and I had kind of slowed that down some until it came to a stop. I just had stopped doing it, but I was like, you know what? Let me pick this back up, because I honestly do really love doing makeovers. It's just certain things I don't like about some makeovers. You know, my particular preference is more of the natural looks and not so much of the baking, and you know, I can do all that too, but I just prefer more of a natural look when it comes to makeovers. To, you know, when you take your makeup off, you still look like the same person. To each his own, of course. That's just my preference on my clientele. When I moved here to Maryland, it's a lot of folks here that likes the whole, you know, Instagram was kind of taking over, and a lot of makeup, a lot of, you know, a couple of layers of foundation, and, you know, again, that's my personal preference. We all have our personal preference on how we like things, so don't, you know, I'm not knocking nobody for what they do or how they like things. That's just not my go-to. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my thing. But anyway, so now I decided to pick that back up. I had went and got my certification in lash extensions, also henna brows and threading brows as well. And then so now while I'm in school, we're learning a lot. So I'll be adding waxing to my resume also. So I didn't think I was really going to care for it, but actually doing waxing, you know, the face, the Brazilian, the legs, the arms. Yeah, I did all that, and I have no problem with that. So yeah, I'll be adding that to my resume too. So now that I've done my first client, I feel a lot more confidence. and I am excited to do my next client, whatever that may consist of as far as the skin is concerned. Hands-on experience is how I learn better. How about y'all? Y'all more of a hands-on person, or are you more of a read it and I'll just do it type thing? Let me know in the comments. But so now I'm gonna go home. I got a lot of homework to do. I'm still trying to get adjusted to this schedule. I am in school full-time. School full-time is 5 days out the week. So I'm just adjusting, and the schedule just changed because we're halfway through. So our days kind of switched up a little bit because we're hybrid. So now we're in physically 3 days in school. I drive about 45 minutes to get to class, to and from. So it's not a bad drive because I'll be home before I know it. 45 minutes really go pretty fast. So I'm gonna go home and get started on this homework, and unwind first for a few minutes, just relax, and give me a bite to eat, enjoy dinner, which I don't even know what's for dinner. Anyway, if you have a passion, a fire, a desire, if there's something new that you're about to start or thinking about doing, put it in the comments. And like I said, if you need a cheerleader, we can cheer each other on, even if we are in the same business world, of aesthetics, or, skin or beauty or whatnot. It don't matter. This out there, there's somebody for everybody. So yeah, let's support each other. Let's be positive. Yeah, and encourage yourself and encourage somebody else. Well, that is all. I just wanted to report that real quick, that I got my first client today, and I got a $20 tip. What? Yeah, girl, I got a $20 tip. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you later.